But first, experts at the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization say the current invasion of desert locusts in eastern Africa is the worst in Ethiopia and Somalia in 25 years and the worst in Kenya in 70 years. The FAO estimates one of the swarms currently over Kenya covers an area of about 2,400 square kilometers and may contain as many as 200 billion locusts. The Desert Locust Control Organization for Eastern Africa says Kenya has 5 aircraft spraying pesticides on the swarms. Earlier, we spoke to Cyril Ferrand, who is the East Africa Resilience Team leader at the FAO. He began by explaining what was causing this exceptional upsurge in locusts this winter. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Eye on Africa. Here are your headlines on this Friday. The UN's Food and Agriculture Organization warns the current invasion of desert locusts in eastern Africa could prove catastrophic for crops and food security in the region. Hundreds of billions of locusts have been wreaking havoc in several countries since November.
America.
Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for the Heavenly Father, Yahushai being the name for his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that tell us his truth and rule well. Salutations to you, hopeful act pushing this truth and all honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh coming at you no less the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And this lesson is going to be going into the beautiful times that we're in, what we are seeing, what we are witnessing, what we are experiencing is biblical level catastrophic events that shows and proves that we are in the times of the end spoken about in the book of Revelation. Now you see all this health emergency with the coronavirus, these people dropping dead. You got millions of people that have been infected over there. The media is not even reporting on the correct numbers that has been taking place as far as the people that have been sick. It is in the millions, okay? Hundreds of thousands of people have already died behind this thing. And then you also got this biblical plague of locusts that's hitting over in Africa, man. You know, and these are all signs of the end. Okay. Here we got this article here. It says these pictures of locust swarms in East Africa are truly apocalyptic. Now, this is becoming the norm. Apocalyptic everything. Hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis, diseases, locust swarms, fish dying from the sea, washed up on the beaches. This is the end. Okay? And notice how every single year it is more apocalyptic or record-breaking numbers of events that are taking place. Look at this dude, man. Look at all these locusts, man. Okay, and the spirit hopped on me to basically drop what I was doing, to go ahead and prophesy on this, because this is very it's like you almost got to pinch yourself that you're dreaming when you're witnessing the things that you read about and hear about and see movies about in the scriptures of the plagues that hit Egypt of the end. They're right back now, man. And we just seen this exact same plague that took place over here in America. So the Lord is making sure the whole world is witnessing that he's on his way back, and he's giving his signs across the globe. He gave the signs of the locusts over here in Sin City, the city that's nicknamed Sin City in the United States, with a big giant pyramid. He put a plague of locusts there, of all places, man. And now you got it over there hitting in Kenya. So on the eastern part of the world, they're witnessing. You know? And they're saying this is the worst in decades. We're living in some beautiful times, man. Some beautiful times. This is Luke chapter 21. Okay, we're going to start down here. Luke chapter 21, verse 6. As for these things which ye behold, the days will come, in which there shall not be left one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. There's not going to be left one stone, one city, one wicked empire, kingdom that's not going to be thrown down by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai when he comes back. All sinful kingdoms, wicked empires ruled by the heathen will topple, and the Lord will give plagues to all these kingdoms. But the worst of all the plagues is going to happen over here in the United States. But the Lord is showing his hand, and he's showing his wrath upon the whole globe, so everybody knows he's coming back, because he got his people are scattered amongst all nations. We got people over there scattered in Kenya, scattered in Italy, scattered in China. So guess what? He's going to make sure all his people see all the plagues. Yeah, America's going to get hit with all this stuff and has been getting hit with everything, but the Lord is showing his power and his wrath everywhere. Everybody's got to witness his prophecies. He's made sure all these blood moons and total solar eclipses have been witnessed upon every single part of the globe. Verse 7, it says, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Amashiach, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So one of the signs is wars, commotions, wars, rumors of wars. And we're seeing wars and rumors of wars. You know? The men that are telling you that's bringing out the truth about these things that's going on in the world, according to scripture and prophecy, those are the ones you need to listen to. And Brothers of Great Millstone are the ones that is pushing this word, man. And those that are teaching the correct doctrine, they're pushing out there saying, hey, this war is going on. This war is going on. Look what's happened to the United States and Iran. Right here at the beginning of the pagan-ass New Year, you had that Soleimani dude from Iran, the general got assassinated. Now you got a virus outbreak, man. Then you had a 7.7 earthquake rocking Jamaica that was felt over there in Miami. Plagues of locusts in Kenya. Tsunami warnings, man. You got an entire continent. The whole country of Australia is on fire. We run some real shit, man. And you brothers better recognize the time that we're in. Stay focused on what's happening at hand. There's a lot of spiritual distractions that's happening around you to pull you out of with the real shit that's going on. But you got to focus on your salvation and being delivered. Verse 10 says, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. You got the U.S. against Russia, the U.S. against China, the U.S. against Iran. All those countries just mentioned got nuclear power, man, nuclear capability to drop bombs. World War III is at hand, man. And I'm just mentioning those countries. There's other countries that's going to war with each other. That's nation rising against nation. We in these times. Verse 11 says, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences. Starvation and pestilences. Pestilences goes into diseases. You had the Ebola outbreak. Now you got the Corona outbreak. How many more outbreaks did the Lord need to release to show you people that he's on his way back, man? And this coronavirus ain't no joke, because they're not reporting the real numbers of people that are dying behind this shit. Brothers are getting reports from inside sources that's over there in Wuhan telling people, hey, there's millions infected right now. Over hundreds of thousands have already been dead. And you seen with that video, the bodies. People dying on camera, man, being caught in footage. It says, in fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. We've seen the signs within the suns and the moons of the stars. There's been so many blood moons and eclipses. You know? Luke 21, verse 23, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. The scriptures say, woe. Woe means destruction, distress, danger to them that are with child. If you got children, hey, if you don't got the Lord on your back, you ain't making it, and your kids ain't making it. And to them that give suck. So those ones that are nursing with infants, the scriptures say, woe unto them. It's now not the time to be focused on having little kids and children. This is a terrifying times that are coming, man. You got all these viruses and diseases and stuff, and you got Esau pushing out all these laws and things they got to push out on your kids. If you're not prayed and protected and covered by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, then you're asking for a torturous, grievous death. There shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You know, and our people will be trodden down. Jerusalem, our people, are being trodden down. We're preyed upon right now by Esau. He's coming down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time, man. And verse 25 says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. Look at how many riots and protests are happening all over the world. And that shit's coming to the United States. Wait till election time comes, man. And shit, people don't get shit they way. If Trump gets reelected again or doesn't get reelected, there's going to be massive amounts of riots and protests. People fighting and kill each other. Look at the yellow breast protests in France, man. Look at the protests in China. All types of protests going on everywhere. Venezuela. That's distress of nations. With perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. The sea and the waves have been roaring. There's been all types of catastrophic, record-breaking hurricanes and tsunamis that's been hitting everywhere. Verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear, and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. People will begin to give up. Grown-ass men, strong, mighty men of war, will quit because of the fear. Verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. We're approaching the time to seeing the Son of Man return, which is Yahweh Shai, who the word really calls Jesus. He's coming back in a cloud, man. Verse 28 says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. We are seeing all these things coming to pass, so we are looking up for the Lord to come back. We are living in beautiful times. You have prophets that wish they could witness and see the things that we are seeing right now. You know? You got to be grateful that we're able to witness all these. Ecclesiastes 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. The 10th I will utter with my tongue. So the 10th thing that makes him happy, he made a point and made this stand out. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And we're witnessing the fall of our enemies. These heathens going down. Babylon crumbling. You know, these are things that make the Lord happy, so it makes us happy. 2nd Esdras 16 and 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And they've come upon the earth now. The plagues have already been sent. It says, shall not return again until they come upon the earth. But right now we're living in that period where they're coming upon the earth. These plagues are hitting heavy. Got the entire continent on fire. Come on, man. Australia is burning up. Crispy. California's been burning up. All types of countries. Earthquakes been hitting everywhere. You know? We're going to read about some of the plagues that have been sent before. In Exodus chapter 10, it goes into it. You know, and we're seeing this plague again. It says, and Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and Yahweh brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall there be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was very darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field throughout all the land of Egypt. Going into some of these pictures of these locusts, it just gives you a small taste of what they were experiencing. But there were so many of them, it was a point to where you wouldn't be able to even see this man swinging his cloth to try to swat at him. I mean, everything would be dark, is how much locusts there were. And we're seeing it happen again. Look, they cover up all the land. These things are causing catastrophe over there in Africa because they're eating up all the crops. And they came over here and then they swarmed Vegas, same way. So this was a plague that happened before. And look what the Lord said. 2nd Esdras 15:11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. The new Egypt is America, man. So he's going to smite America with that same biblical plague that happened as before, which is worse than what you're seeing that's happening right now in Africa, in Kenya. But you know what? It's going to be a blessing to the hopeful elect, because we know the law. We know the scriptures and what's lawful to eat. While people are starving from all the crops being eaten up, what we're going to be paying attention to is something different. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. One of the plagues we read about in Luke was famine. So a lot of people will be starving to death based off all these diseases, all these locusts hitting, the economy crashing. People will be killing each other over one slice of bread. But his servants, we're going to be grubbing, man. We're going to be all right. Why? Because these plagues are going to be making us hungry. Leviticus 11:22. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. And look at these pictures. Look at this. All this is food flying around, man. So even though this is going to wreak havoc on the 2/3, these wicked ass people that are panicking, they're going to be scared of these things. You know, brothers are going to grab a handful of these, roast them and dry them out. I don't have protein to last them for a long time. It's bittersweet. You know, the Lord is sending these plagues to destroy a lot of stuff, but those that are spiritual and have wisdoms of the scriptures are going to know that, hey, this ain't nothing to be afraid of. I mean, yes, we're afraid of the Lord and his terror, but we're not going to stress about these crops being eaten up by these things. Brother's going to be snatching these things up by the sackfuls and drying them out and saving them, preserving them during times of need, while these people are going to be panicking, swatting at them. You know, it's almost pathetic how people will be dying of starvation when the Lord just got the food right in front of them. But he's got a spiritual block, so they can't see what's going on. That with even the plague that he's given is still a blessing. You know, but just some beautiful times we're in. Seeing this footage of all these locusts jacking up the people over there in Kenya, man, it's just it's the beautiful times we're in, and seeing the pandemic that's happening with this coronavirus. And by the way, the coronavirus can be defeated if you use the scriptures. All you need to do is stay with the herbs, man. Get into the antiviral herbs and pump yourself full of those herbs. Get you a lot of ginger, a lot of key limes, and make you a smoothie out of that, and take a shot of that every day. You'll keep your immune system up. You'll be able to combat everything that's getting ready to come. There's all going to be all types of stuff. The Lord showed Moses the plagues he was getting ready to hit. And one of the plagues that was hitting was diseases. The boils on his arms that popped up. Skin turned leprous white as snow. You know, them type of plagues and diseases coming back over here. But guess what? Those that had the blood that was stricken on their doorposts was protected from all them plagues, man. Even the famines that was hitting the animals and killing the livestock. The Israelites that had that protection, their livestock didn't die. They were all right. And that represents today the hopeful elect. We're going to be okay. The Lord's going to bless us with increase. We'll have whatever we need. Even if it comes down to simple things as money, the Lord's going to make a way. You know, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and Thomas truth and rule well. And salutations to you, hopefully, pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Shalom.